Welcome back. We're going to be heading back to the dorm in a minute, but first we need to speak to Rosine to see about getting a book. Let's skip through it because we don't do the rounds at the moment. Feels wrong. Here we are, Black Records, number 5. Thank you, big help. It still feels wrong. It's like there's dialogue there and I'm not reading it. I need the dialogue. I'm sure somewhere around we actually do get some more gifts as well. It's not here. And of course, this is the clothes store, isn't it? I need the general store. This thing, it's like the guide says general store, and I'm just very confused because I consider this to be the import store. But I suppose it would be the general store. Oh. Well, thank you for whatever that was. There we go. Got both of them. And we should be able to get something at the bookstore as well. Now, the bookstore I know is the bookstore because it is the bookstore. And games. And games. There we go. Alright, so let's see about, where are these? There they are. To cut. A blue leather book cover. And a fine one at that. I like it. Right? I just thought a gift like this might suit you. You're always thinking of others, instructor. At any rate, thank you very much for the present. What is this? Good question. It's called Mizu Yokan. It's a type of Eastern sweet. Oh, I figured you might like it. Well, I suppose I like most sweet things. Alright, I shall try it. Yeah. The muse then. Oh, is this a hairpin? My, what an elegant butterfly. I love it. Yeah, when I saw it, it really reminded me of you. Maybe you could use it during tea ceremony club. Then I will do just that. Instructor, may I thank you with a kiss? No, that won't be necessary. He actually said it. My god. Right, so let's head back to the dorms then. And then we're finished for the day. Well, the afternoon. Looks like the sun is about to set. Should I head back to the dorm now? Returning to the dorms will cause the story to advance. Return to the dorm.
Hello, Rean. I see you're on your way back too.
Hey there, Towa, Celine. You two together is quite the rare sight.
I suppose it is now that you mention it. I guess so. It took quite some effort on her part to convince everyone to let a talking cat stay here.
I see. Thank you for taking the time to do all that.
It didn't take any time. Just had to do a few quick chats with people at the campus and in town. Just make sure you don't let any visitors catch you talking, okay, Celine? Yeah, I know that. I've been hiding myself with Emma for years now. I wouldn't make such an amateurish.
Holy crap, a talking cat!
Meow! Wait a second. I know you weren't expecting me, Rean. Good day to you, Towa. Celine.
Elise! And is that?
Sorry about that. Looks like I got you good.
It's Gnome.
George!
Long time no see, Towa. And how's it hanging, Rean? Celine? I happened to run into your sister on the train from Heimdall.
How convenient. Name of the game, everyone. This is where he becomes very suspicious. Very. I think it's because he starts asking very sort of like unprompted questions. She's like, alright. I see. So you came to bring me letters from Father and Master. Yes, they arrived around noon, so I figured I should give them to you right away. I figured I could go back today, so I just decided to come. I had planned to just come and go, but... No, I won't allow this. The last return train leaves at 10. You're like you cannot go alone. We have guest rooms in the dorm, so please stay here tonight. But... Yeah, I insist too. Tomorrow is Sunday. Hope you didn't have any plans. Well, that won't be a problem. Fine, I'll take you up on that offer. After all, I do want to meet everyone at the branch campus. Thank you. Yeah, I'll get permission from the principal. Sorry. Thank you. I was surprised to see you, but I didn't think the fat mechanic would be coming too. Yeah, I hadn't seen him in a year. He's gonna come over here after he sees the professor, right? Yeah, he said we can order whatever we'd like. George has a hefty appetite, so we can probably order everything on the menu. You may be right. That may be too much. But I was really surprised to see him on the train. He told me he spent the past year traveling all over the continent. Yeah, he was making his rounds to all the famous workshops across the continent. The Zai Central Factory in La Belle, the Epstein Foundation in Le Mans. He said he used his connections to also go to the Verne Company in the Republic. The Republic? He managed to just waltz over to the Empire's biggest rival. The two countries are practically at war with each other half the time. You're right. Though there's still a truce in effect for now. George was always an advocate for peace through technological exchange. Both he and Angelica are really setting good examples. Isn't Angelica traveling the continent on an orbital bike? Yeah, I think she might be coming back soon. Here you go, sorry for making you wait. George! Please have a seat. Let's make a toast. That's right, you're old enough to drink now. I can drink too. I'll just have a ginger ale. And I'll have milk. I heard the rumors, but seeing what happened in Crossbell, the society is on the move again, and the group called the Gnomes. Yeah, right. Rean? Miss Towa? Yeah, that surprised me too. In my head, I know it's impossible. We went to his funeral after the war. We were there when they buried him. Yeah, he was resting so peacefully. He looked unusually content, you know, for Crow. Towa? Towa. For some reason, it seems like it was yesterday. But, you're right. We know for certain. That masked man absolutely is not Crow. Yeah. What did you have to eat? A slice of tomato with a bit of cheese on it? Like, what? Is that what's left over, or like, what? Because it's like, if that's your meal, like, I want to get a bit more than that. In fact, that shadow machine may not have even been a divine knight. Could have just been something that looks just like one. Like, seriously, what are they eating? Like, what food is that? I'd want more substantial things than that. Like, jeez. I mean, there is other options around, but it's just like piece of tomato with butter, slice of cheese. Like, what is that? Speaking of which, was the Azure Knight ever retrieved? I heard that they sealed it up so that the Noble Alliance wouldn't get their hands on it. Yeah, it's been stored in the depths of the fortress. Now that Crow is no longer alive, it shouldn't be able to teleport. So it must have been something else. Yeah. One part of me was hoping it really was the knight. Yeah. Anyway, the gnomes are piquing my interest. They were the counterpart to the witches, but They vanished into the dark recesses of history. They built all the spirit shrines and were the ones responsible for everything you guys found in the old schoolhouse's basement. The last time they clashed with the witches was about 800 years ago. It was the last exchange between the two groups. Supposedly no one has seen the gnome since then. And they just happened to choose today to return. They're going up against the society and have hired Zephyr. So it seems. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. I'm sure the Elder Orvita would know more about this. You already asked the Elder? But she wouldn't tell you anything. Well, she can be really stubborn sometimes. Geez, despite looking like that, she can be such a stubborn hack. Looking like that. No, don't worry about it. Hey, Rean, do you have any thoughts about the gnomes? What makes you think I know anything about them? It's this, it's the... Why is he posing these questions so suddenly? Well, I did back you up in Class VII. Up in a battle once. I like to think that I know about the information you gathered during the Civil War. And under that assumption, came up with a theory. A group known as gnomes. Could they be calling themselves something else now? Oh, that's... I've only heard bits and pieces, but... I was actually thinking that too. Over the last 2 months, my suspicions have grown. The name the gnomes are using now is... the Black Workshop. It's just that sort of thing of like... It's him who prompts us to go down this logic. That's what makes him so suspicious at this point to me. It's like... Why would you push us this way? The Black Workshop. And the mysterious workshop that created Millium and Altina's combat shells. I've heard rumors about them selling extremely high-tech weapons to first-class Jaeger Corps. So... probably... a super long-range rifle that Crow used may have been one of them. It's the same with Altina's combat shell that abducted me and the princess. Yeah. Although, they erased all of Millium and Altina's memories at the workshop. No one has seen their true face, except for Chancellor Osborne and Ouroboros. Oh. And everything has come full circle. Going to Vita the Black Workshop was part of the Society's 13 factories. This is what I learned during my recent travels. 13 factories are like a network that gathers technicians from all over the continent. But during the Civil War, the Black Workshop sided with the Chancellor, helped him steal the plan from the Society. Yeah, that makes sense. So the key to all of this is Chancellor Osborne. He's not someone we could just talk to. Rean? Rean? What is it? It's nothing. I don't want to make them worry. Thank you. I think I have a better idea of how all this information fits together. You're welcome. I'm interested in the Black Workshop too. I think the professor might know something. That makes sense. He is regarded as the most prestigious engineer on the continent. I was planning on staying at his lab tonight and helping out. I'm leaving for Rua tomorrow, and I'll make sure to bring it up with him. I'll let you know if I learn anything new, Rean. Thank you. Feel like he'll be more open with you. Yeah. That old man has issues. I just that question, the way he asked it and everything just makes him so suspicious. Well then, I'll see you guys around. I'll make sure to drop in and say bye before I leave tomorrow. Thanks. You should give me a call sometime too. Good evening. How about we get together and have lunch tomorrow? Sounds good to me. See you tomorrow. That said, I'll probably end up pulling an all-nighter tonight. Oh, there you are. Nina, Altina, Muse. And look, even Tita's here. Alright, I haven't said hello to anyone beside me. Musée yet. Good to see you, Yuna. It's been a while. You as well, Altina and Tita. Yeah, good to see you too. It's only been 19 days since we last met. I was so surprised when I heard from George. Well, I excused myself earlier so as not to intrude. But when I told Yuna and Altina you were here, they insisted upon coming by to say hello. Well, yeah, we promised we'd all get together. And you, instructor, why didn't you invite me? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I probably should have. No, it's my fault. I should let you all know I'd be stopping by. No, you've got nothing to apologize for, Elise. But hey, aren't you headed for Heimdall? Last train's going to leave soon, isn't it? Well, about that. Elise will be spending tonight at the dorms. What? For real? Yay. I suspected that might be the case. Will he perhaps be spending the night locked away with Instructor Rean in his room? Absolutely not. She'll be staying in the guest room tonight. I checked with the principal earlier, and in her words, Elise can stay for as many nights as she pleases. She would say that. Oh, in that case, Elise, instead of some boring old guest room, why don't you stay with us? You're fine with it, right, Ellie? No objections. Commence Pyjama Party. No. She should stay with Tita and me. After all, I was her underclassman at St. Estrella. Oh yes, I'd be more than happy to have her stay with us. This is getting way too noisy. This keeps going, though. Tear in two. Well, since you got the opportunity, why not take them up on their offer, at least? I agree, but as a teacher, I recommend you don't stay up too late. In that case... I would love to join you all for the night. The name of the game, everyone.
Looks like you've kept this place clean. Though the building itself may be old, everything inside is well organized.
I'm sure you could thank Celestin for that. Is this an old building? You don't have to go through the trouble cleaning my room, though. I can take care of it myself. It's a very to-purpose building.
Yes, I can tell.
Like, consider the layout of the building. It's like, what else would it be used for other than the dorms? That's what I find strange. Like, what else would you use this for other than dorms? And considering the school is new, you'd think this building would be new as well.
However, the hard-to-reach spots could use some attention.
Well, I've been pretty busy, you know.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I'll give your room a thorough cleaning tomorrow. There should be no problems, provided I get back by evening.
No, I couldn't possibly ask that of you. Since you came to visit, I should show you around.
Knowing you, you'll be working even on your off days, am I right? I don't intend to get in the way of you helping out your school or your students. I came to visit and volunteered to help out of my own free will, so please go about your business as usual.
Elise. Fine, you win. But we're eating breakfast and lunch together at least. I won't let you get out of that.
I accept your conditions. Oh, and Rean, here are the letters from Father and Master Yoon.
Thanks for bringing those to me. Guess Master came back to visit while I was away in Crossbell, huh? I would have liked to see him, but I guess that's how it was meant to be. Why didn't Dad just send these directly to me?
Those letters weren't sent to me through the post office, but a shipping company. Perhaps he did it for your sake.
I see. Did you do that in case the letters were inspected? Does that mean there's sensitive information in them?
Rean? Did something happen between you and Father?
No? Why do you ask?
When you came home at the end of last year. there seemed to be something off between the two of you. I can't imagine what it might be, but did something happen at the end of the Civil War? And could that something have led to a rift between you and Father?
I'm glad to finally see you again, my son. You've grown into a fine young man. Indeed, the Empire will soon know of the Ashen Chevalier, the hero whose brave deeds allowed us to reclaim the capital.
There's no need to worry. We're not fighting or anything. Still Dad's beloved son. And him, Mum, and you are all my family. Nothing will ever change that.
Right.
Hold on, getting ready for your sleepover?
Huh?
Excuse us?
Everyone,
We just finished getting the bed all set up.
I went and brought back some extra pajamas, too.
No, because I've sensed your presence there for some time now.
Oh.
told you he sends us.
Oh, don't act like you weren't just as curious as the rest of us, Altina. The Shores are siblings alone together. A forbidden delight sweeter than the finest confection.
Alright.
Muse!
That's it! It's been so long since you've scolded me like that, Elise.
You're all making way too much racket.
One way to put it.
Don't go around shouting in the halls. I'm trying to take a cat nap here and... Ow! What do you think you're doing?
You should join us, Celine. There are so many things I need to ask you.
Good thinking. I'm sure Celine has plenty of juicy details about our instructor's school days.
Juicy details? Oh, we're gonna have so much fun tonight.
Well, on that note, good night, Rean.
Yeah. Good night. Try not to stay up too late. They gotta learn all his dirty secrets. How big is this slumber party, essentially, gonna be? I can't believe what an angel instructor Rean's sister is. Her uniform is simply perfect, and she's just so... pure. She's the student council president at Center Stra's girls' school, right? Kurt, go talk to her. Put that obnoxiously handsome face of yours to work and ask if we can join too. Come on! I refuse. You guys know tomorrow's our free day, right? So that's Schwarz's sister, huh? I guess they aren't blood related. If that's the case, then. Dear Rean, it has been some time. Last I laid eyes on you was before you left for the academy. So, 2 years ago? Theo showed me a recent picture of you, and I could tell at a glance you've grown into a fine young man. I've no doubt you're a hit among the ladies, but knowing you, that popularity is going completely to waste. Truth be told, I must journey to the eastern half of the continent. Its plight grows worse by the day, the dragon veins are nearly depleted, and the barren land spreads. It's a world wholly different from the west. See, this is a thing again. I think this is probably going to be the talking point when we get into the, keep. The old cube house. It's the spirit veins and the dragon veins and just that idea of like information. It's like, what's happening there still? Because we still don't know too much about this idea of like the veins being depleted. Because it's like, again, that'll be the talking point. Because it's just like, shan't return to Western Zemuria for at least half a year. I'd have liked to see you before I left, but I suppose this is Adios's will. Here you earned yourself the title of Ashen Chevalier for your deeds in the Empire's civil war. I'm sure there are many things which cause you hesitation and disquiet your heart. The power within you that led you to seek my training, the mystery of your birth, your past, but you needn't worry over such things. The knowledge I passed down to you was that of the seventh form, the blade that brings a flash of light to drive back the darkness. Mastering this form is more difficult than any other. Do not know if you're even capable of such a feat yet. 10 years ago, it was you I chose to be my final disciple. Not Cassius, not Arius. I chose you and you alone to be the final blade to complete the 8 leaves. In this time of turbulence, become that flashing blade which illuminates the darkness, even if for the briefest moment. I believe you and those comrades whose souls are intertwined with yours are capable of this. Goodbye for now. Once I have returned from the East and we have reunited, I should impart to you my final teachings. Yun Kafai. How does he always do that? He writes as though he knows everything I've done and sees right through me. Eastern Zemernia. In recent years it's grown barren and there's less and less fertile land to go around. Your master doesn't need me to worry about him. No, it's not my place to worry about him. The seventh form is void, emptiness, darkness. It's also a blade that brings a flash of light to illuminate that darkness. They always told me that, but I think I'm finally starting to understand. It's a bit too much to call me the final blade to complete the 8 leaves. At the very least, I want to be strong enough to protect my friends and students. In order to do that, I need to overcome this wall. So I got this letter from Dad. Letter he needed Elise to hand deliver to me. Dear Rean, it's been a while since we last talked, huh? About 6 months or so, I guess? Judging from your last letter, you seem to be well. I'm sure Elise mentioned it, but Master Kafai visited Ymir in late May. He left a letter for you, so I sent it to Elise via a reliable source, so she could deliver it to you in person. I'd also like to tell you that which I promised I would. Imagine by now you know about your birth father. Elise had her suspicions, but your mother and I immediately knew something was amiss when you last visited. First off, I need to apologize for not telling you sooner. I've known Gilif Osborne for 40 years. His family were commoners from the north, but his father and mine were acquainted. When he lost his family to an avalanche, we took him in. Avalanche? He was 13 years old at the time. He was only 5 then, so I looked up to him as an older brother. Once he was 17, he left Ymir and enrolled at Thors. After his graduation, he joined the army, was promoted at a remarkable rate. Because of this, the nobles took notice, tried to quash his rise through the ranks. Even after my father passed on and I took over Ymir, Gilif continued to keep in contact. Until that day 14 years ago. It had been 3 years since I last heard his voice.
I want you to take in a child. You must cut all ties with me and never speak a word of this to that child. I'm sorry, Teo. You're the only one I can turn to.
I accepted his request and immediately took a horse out to the place he told me. The rest, you should know. The moment I saw the child, I knew it was his. I knew Gilif was married and had a child. I had even seen pictures. Seeing the child up close, he resembled his mother more than anything. Even so, I chose to forget all that and take that child in as a member of the Schwarzer family. Fortunately, Lucia agreed and Elise warmed up to him in no time. From then on, it all felt like a wondrous dream. The child grew up into a man any parent would be proud of. Of course, Elise was proud of her dear older brother as well. I knew he worried about the mysterious power deep within him, but he studied under Master Kafai in order to get it under control. We, his parents and his sister, will always be proud of him. He is an irreplaceable member of our family. Much has changed since then, yet I know he is still the same young man we all love. My older brother, Gilif, was kind and dependable. I know he would not have left his child were there any other choice. That said, I refuse to give you back to him. Even if it comes down to a bare-knuckle brawl between us, even if I have no chance of winning, I will never let you go. Above all, I want to make sure you knew this. That's why I wrote to you today. Sorry it took me such a long letter to say it. Say hi to Elise for me. Sincerely, Dad. I'm so blessed to have such wonderful family and friends. And on top of that, I have great co-workers and students. I need to make sure I'm not over-reliant on them. You must know something about my powers. What really happened that day 14 years ago? What happened to my birth mother? P.S. He did contact me just once after the incident. It was simply as a request from the Imperial Chancellor to a local baron. 12 years ago, he asked me to introduce him to a young noble from the Alberea family, whom I was teaching falconry at the time. In retrospect, I feel my introduction to him was prelude to recent events, such as the Civil War and their occupation of Crossbell. Possible this isn't relevant, but I thought I'd let you know anyway. Ouroboros, Black Workshop, the Enforcers, the Jaegers, the Gnomes, and that masked man. And the Ironbloods he founded. I've seen more of the big picture little by little, but the truth is still shrouded in darkness. You need to light the way, Rean Schwarzer. Be the shining blade that cuts through the darkness. It's the name of the game, everyone.